Hi everyone! Today is Saturday, April 29th, 2023, and this is episode 21 of Running with Scissors Stitching with Jane and Julie. I'm Jane.
And I'm Julie. Welcome,
We're
everyone.
back!
Oh my gosh, every time we say we can never do this again, it happens.
We do it anyway.
Oh my gosh, too long not seeing each other, so.
And not seeing all of you.
Oh, I know. It's like having withdrawals, so.
Yeah.
But here we are in all our glory. We'll bring you an array of things in whatever order it happens.
Or disarray, depending on how it goes.
However it happens, so.
And we want to... It really isn't like riding a bike, is it?
No.
If you are a first-time viewer, welcome. Thanks for stopping your scroll long enough to spend some time with us. We hope you like what you see, and if you do, that you'll hit the like button and you'll subscribe and you'll tell all your friends. And for all of our returning friends and family, so good to see you again.
Yes.
Thank you for all of your kind comments. We really do appreciate them.
And thank you to the Flosstubers who have mentioned us on their channels as well. Jane, you had, Stitching Faye.
Hi, Faye. Hi, Stitching Faye.
That was so nice of you to mention us. And I'd like to do a special thanks to Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching. They introduced us in their new segment called Silver and Gold. So we were their new Flosstube friend. And thank you for that. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we're just also glad that you're here today.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're not following either Stitching Faye or Pam and Steph, please go show them some love.
Absolutely.
I have a love-hate relationship with Steph right now. I'm just gonna say, I follow her on Instagram.
It's been real painful.
And she posted her progress on Consider the Lilies, and I made the mistake of like expanding it. Y'all, I have never seen stitches that perfect in my entire life. And the love-hate part of it is like super inspiring, and I'm like, I'm gonna do better. My stitching is gonna be better. And the other part of me is like, I'm just gonna put down a needle. I can't do that. I don't know what kind of magic she has, but
I don't know.
It is perfection, and it is amazing. And Pam also, her stitching is also amazing. So go check them out. So much fun and a great variety of projects.
Yeah.
And Pam and Steph are both heavily involved in StitchCon and the Keepsakes Needleworks store in Ohio. So yeah, please go show Just Keep Stitching and Stitching Face some love. We would appreciate it.
Yes. So let's get started. Jane, do you have anything to share?
Julie, thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
I did actually work on a few things. We went up north to the cabin on Lake Superior for a week. I had this like romantic fantasy of like I would wake up in the morning and the lake would be there and I'd have a cup of coffee and then I would just stitch until I fell asleep with my stitching on my lap. Julie and I have been there a couple of times for our own little retreats, unless you go with someone who's another stitcher.
And that's your intent, is to go there to stitch. And
you bring things like, lighting, maybe, magnification. It's probably really not the place to try to get any serious stitching done. But I do have some progress to show.
Because you went with your husband and your sister.
And my sister.
Not with me.
Yeah.
Because if we went, oh Lord.
Julia's a taskmaster, man. She gets up in the morning and she's like, let's go. While the coffee's brewing, let's go.
You're already up.
You can get a thread in there. Come on. No, we do have fun.
Yeah, good times.
We stay up way too late and get up way too early.
And eat way too much.
Way too many M&Ms. The first thing I'll show you is Peter and Peep. This is by With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais.
Oh, I love him to pieces.
Yeah, and I'm doing him on 32 count vanilla latte from Bee Stitch Me. 2 fabric threads over 2 strands of fiber over 2 fabric threads. And here is my progress.
He is so cool.
Yeah, so lots of good progress, not too much to be done. my recommendation, if you were going to do it, this here actually took a full skein of Weeks Dye Works. I only had one skein, so when I was done with it, I had to order another skein of it. And you can see over here, this is a very different dye lot. And so at first I was dismayed. Like, what do? I didn't want to pull this all out. And then I decided no two plants are alike in nature. So it's okay.
Yep. Beautiful. So, beautiful.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
One of my favorites.
Someone left a comment about whether or not I'd be willing to share my color conversion. Beverly, it might have been you. Absolutely. Send us an email. Our email will be in the description box. I would be happy to share the color conversion.
Yep. To color and cotton.
Yep.
No, that was a mixture of them.
A mixture of color and cotton, Gentle Arts, and Weeks Dye Works.
Yeah.
So that is that. And then
she has a list. Yep. Have to have lists today.
So does Julie.
Yeah, I have multi-pages actually. But that's not uncommon.
I hate it when we fight.
I know.
This is Warm Heart by Shepherd's Bush.
I don't know what she stitched on, so this is kind of cool.
And here is
I love that.
my progress.
So then we can do our boxes soon.
Yeah, we could do our boxes
because this was our stitch along that I left in the dust.
This was Julie's Stitchalata. Stitchalata alligator.
But we can do that. We can. I bought little round boxes that we can paint and line
and then I have 3 new starts.
3.
This is Goodness and Grace by Shepherd's Bush.
Was that one of the pips you did? Was that shown in the Pip Hooray last time? Because you showed me that, and I'm like, where'd you get that from?
It might have been.
So cool. I'm anxious to see this.
And here is my progress.
Oh. Way cool.
I love the color palette. And it's very springy. And then on the off chance I ever really do make it into a pincushion, I bought the pin set as well.
Oh, cool.
So that's my progress on that.
It's got a little ruching around the edge, so we can do that.
Oh, you guys, the ribbon that's in the kit.
Oh, it comes with the fabric backing and everything.
Everything.
Oh, one of those kit
But
things.
look at this hand-dyed.
Oh,
look at that. Look at the shimmer. It's almost iridescent.
Yeah, with lavender and green. Way pretty.
Yeah. I'll keep it in a safe place while the body of it goes in the drawer.
No. That won't even make it in the drawer. Your little evil laugh is...
I really at some point would like to get over my trauma of being kicked out of home ec class for using bad language when I was putting my zipper in those hideous purple shorts. And I would like to learn to sew well enough to do a pillow.
Well, I'll have to have a class with you and Catherine. Because Catherine has my old sewing machine and about 2 Rubbermaid tubs worth of fabric to make a quilt. And she doesn't know how to sew.
I would love to learn to sew.
So maybe we need to have a sewing class over here.
And then this is Shepherd's Bush, A Full Heart.
Love that.
I love it too.
All the sheep.
Oh.
I can't wait
to
see.
But everybody, look at all that grass.
All the green. They have a tendency to have sheep don't graze on sidewalks, so you're going to have a lot of grass. No matter what sheep thing you do.
Uh-oh. True enough. Hold, please.
She's got to take the pattern off. Agnes.
Ow.
Well, I thought...
Oh, I'm injured.
Stitching injury.
If I were a soccer player, I'd lay down on the floor right now. But here's my...
But as a stitcher,
Okay.
Soldier on,
I
James.
do it for y'all.
Soldier on.
And here's my progress.
Oh, wow. You did do a lot.
Yeah.
Are you going to do the sheep and then just sit and mindlessly fill in? Is that your operation?
Or I might mix it up, do some of the grass and then the sheep and then some of the more of the grass or whatever. I'm not really...
So there's not a rule? I'm just learning about shepherd's bush stuff, so I didn't know if there was a rule.
I don't think there's a rule. So there's that.
Fun.
Why am I trying to be organized?
I don't know, but there's no sense to hurry. We've got all day. It'll
And
probably take us all day.
What is my next... No, I already did that bag.
It's got her whole bag of cherub bags.
This is The Robins Are Here with Thy Needle and Thread. Brenda Gervais. And I am doing this on 36 count vintage country Mocha.
36.
With all of the called for, which is a combination of DMC and fancy floss, one strand over one or two fabric threads.
Oh, no! What kind of hoop is that? That's a new hoop.
I did another bad thing.
It's not bad.
And
unless you stole it.
I did. Believe me, if you saw the receipt, you would know I didn't steal it. This is a Hardwick hoop.
Okay. I've not heard of those.
I'll show you the rest.
Okay.
This one did not travel.
Oh, there was a set. Was it a set? Possibly.
It was game, set, and match. But this is my progress.
Oh, she's so
stinking cute.
I love the apron.
And
can I see it up close?
Yeah.
Let me.
It's like I said, it's a combination of fancy floss and DMC.
I'll hold it up.
And you know,
behind it so you can really.
The DMCs are so gorgeous. Cardinal Kin was a combination of fancy floss and DMC. And the more I work on patterns where I'm either following the DMC conversion or it's a combination, the more in love I am again with DMC. They're so beautiful.
They are. I'm working with them as well, and the colors that the designers are choosing just bring such warmth, or they are choosing colors that we typically don't use and they pop. Mine are popping ones. Yours, this is just so warm. How cute is she?
Yeah.
I did get a text while she was gone that says, I've pulled the robins out. So I knew they were coming since it's spring.
And then I did some work on Sophie. So when we get to the hardanger segment, I will show you what I did on Sophie while we were away.
Yeah, and you did post on Instagram a little wave action. Lake Superior can be
it was crazy,
beautifully calm, and it can be so angry.
And it can change in a matter of an hour.
Remember when we would sit in the kitchen area of the cabin, we'd have the windows open with like warm clothes on so we could all bundled up. I had a scarf around my neck, but
like a Glendon cartoon where you're all
had to
over.
have that window open so you could hear the waves and feel the spray.
Yeah.
Sometimes it would come up enough where we would actually feel it.
There were a couple of times on one of the days where there was a nor'easter, and that was the day that the video was taken. It was so wild. We'd be sitting, and my sister would be reading, and maybe Mick was taking a nap or reading something on his phone, and I was stitching, and the tail end of a wave would hit the windows, and it would just scare the living daylights out of you. Like, what was that? Is this safe? What are we doing here?
Oh my gosh!
Oh, it was great.
Magical place.
It was great.
Well,
so what did you work on, Julie?
Well, nothing with me is ever easy, But Jane and I were invited to attend a small retreat at the Stitchery Nook in Osage, Iowa. And Wendy was so kind.
Thank you, Wendy.
To reach out and invite us. And, Jane was going to be gone, so I didn't want to go alone because it's Jane and Julie. It's not the just Julie show. So I'm like, I don't want to really go.
Well, let's be clear, though. We are individual people.
Are we?
Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah. Well, Go.
Some of the time.
She says, go, you gotta go. And I'm like, well, at first I was gonna go with Tom. And then I thought, oh, that wouldn't be any fun. Love him to pieces, but I'd feel like I needed to leave so I could go have lunch with him or something. So then I wasn't gonna go at all. And Jane's like, go. So I decided I'm gonna go. I need to get away, and I'm gonna go, and scared kind of to death because I knew no one there.
But I told Julia, just like when I take photography workshops, I go by myself. I know no one when I get there, but I know that I'm meeting people that I immediately have something in common with.
Well, in all these years of traveling, I always knew people at every place we were going. I've had friends, people who had taken my classes, other fellow vendors. So this was a really big step for me. But I decided to go, so I packed my CPAP, my bag of pips, my bag of snacks, my underpants, and I even packed Jane on a stick in my pip bag. She was coming with me, and I wanted to do a journal. Now, not my journal, don't get excited, because that would involve, like actually writing in it. I didn't want to make any mistakes. So I said I knew I had some journals, which turned out, I told Jane, I had 6, and they were all blank because
You never know when you're going to need one.
But so I thought I wanted to do a journal where I could write down the people I met, the projects they were working, because I was also quilters. What I saw in the store, what I saw we've got to order, what we're going to eat, or all the fun things, So on Thursday, we have nothing. Because at 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up with 101 temp. I'm like, what the hell? I have not been sick in 5 years. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I was just blanket warm. Well, not that blanket warm. I did go get an immediate appointment. There was a cancellation at the doctor's office because I thought I can maybe go later in the day or on Friday.
Sure.
And as much as I wasn't contagious because I had a double ear and a sinus infection and was put on 2 antibiotics at the same time.
1 is good, 2 is better, I guess.
I felt like crap.
Yeah.
I thought, I can't go. I won't have any fun. I was so distraught. I did not put eyebrows on for 3 days. I'm like, I can't. No eyebrows. I sat and I had a pity party for 1 to where I served room temperature ginger ale and a road trip Pop-Tart. It was so disgusting.
And you ate those with no eyebrows.
Yes, no eyebrows.
I give you courage points, sister. You're so brave.
I'm like, I can't do this. I was so sad. Tom brought the stuff back in the house from the car, and every time I walked past the stairwell, my bag of pips was at the bottom, just like taunting me. I didn't even have the wherewithal to go down and get anything, so I did wind up finishing something because it was the only thing that was left next to my chair. Wendy was very, very kind, and she checked on me every day to see how I was doing, but I was so disappointed that, but they're having another gathering in July, and I'm going if I have to wear a hazmat suit. It happens to me. So I did start, once I finished my thing that was right next to my chair, I did start or do a little bit more work on Egg Hunt. And let me tell you, if I can get it up there, the colors are so wonderful.
So beautiful.
Okay, but there was a little trauma, of course. I've been doing it like do the right side, then I do the left side, because it's all mirrored. It's a mirror image. So I'm like, this is really cool. And when I got down to these orange birds, just for the heck of it, I thought I'll run my needle across just to make sure I'm on. I wasn't. And I'm like, what the heck? I counted every part of the right side every part of the left side. Everything was perfect. Then why are these not lining up? Well, the left side was spaced 1 stitch out further than it should have been. So I'm like, seriously.
Oh, no.
And Tom, I said, no, I have to take this all out. He goes, no, you don't. No one's going to notice. I said, you're going to notice because they're going to line up down the center. If you look at the pattern, they're not going to be side by side. I was so irritated, so I had to take out the whole left side and put it back in again. So Lord only knows how far I'd be if I didn't have to stitch it twice.
I can't wait till you get to those rabbits.
Oh, I know.
Oh, my
So I thought
goodness.
that's a good stopping point because I'm like to the point now where all these picked up projects are fun, but I just want to finish. I want to work on one and stay working
Finish
on one.
something.
Yeah, and that's not the object of having.
And I want to start 100 things. It's terrible.
And I know there's no rules, but I kind of want to follow the rule I set my own self, and that's to work on multiple things. So that's the egg hunt.
Remind me, I want to talk about Mania before we part.
Okay.
I'd like to know what that is.
And then, well, it's every day at my house. We don't need a certain month, do we? Okay, then I went on to let's just start the sheep virtues. Remember, I was going to do the sheep virtues. I was going to do, I'll just review a little bit. I chose 10 of them to do, and I'm doing them all on a long scroll that I'm going to put around a spool. So I started with them. Here's all by Little House. Is that what it is?
Little House Needleworks.
I couldn't see. Can't read backwards. So I started. This was really fun. But
I gotta make sure little sheep's butt is showing.
But Jane, is that the sheep is done in 822 or Ecru or 712? And they're not really showing up, so I quit. I thought I needed to consult with you. It appears as if the colors are going to be very soft and muted tones.
I think it's showing up just fine.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean it's showing up much better than it shows on camera.
Okay. But I mean, you go from doing the egg hunt in neon colors to this. I'm like,
Yeah.
And of course, since it's sheep virtues, every square has sheep in it. And I thought, am I not going to see it?
I think it looks great.
Because it is supposed to be stitched on natural linen, which is a grayer tone, where I'm using this Latte.
I know. I think it looks great.
It'll be okay to continue.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And did I make any errors in that? No.
Let me take a look. I think it looks good.
But the question I had, because you have a little question mark here, is the color. Because you're the sheep expert.
Yeah,
so
no, I think it looks great.
Okay, then I shall continue.
Carry on.
Then I
I
have.
can't wait to see
All right.
continued progress on
I
that.
have to.
Yeah, me too. Hold, please.
Bunny bottoms up. Okay, then I've done 2 shepherd's bush in my 63 years on this earth. So since it's Jane's birthday month, I took out the baby bug ball, which was a kit that she was so kind to gift me the pattern, to which at one time 10 years ago, we did the conversion to DMC. Here's my working mess, okay? So I've got a working copy, her original copy, and the pattern and the photo. Baby bug ball. So I'm like, I'm doing a shepherd's bush. This is so awesome. I was so excited, and I thought I'm going to do the middle bug right off the bat. And so I stitched the hat. I am using 2 strands on 32 count. I don't know. I think this is Lugana because it's an even weave.
Yeah.
It's not a linen.
Yep.
Okay, so I did the hat. I have to do the play-by-play. I did the hat, and then I did the wings. I did the wings in full cross stitches, and I'm like, perfect placement. Maybe I was channeling my inner Steph because I wanted them to be just perfect.
Let me see how you did.
Well, the thing is you can tell they're half stitches because when I finished it, I'm like, why does he kind of look like a turkey? I'm like, that doesn't look as cute as I remember.
I thought turkeys could fly.
And I'm looking at the pattern under my magnifier, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
They look a little more ethereal than this.
Wait. And then I'm like, oh, poop. Seriously? I have to take this all out? I'm like, Tom, I can't believe this. I can't believe that I have to take this all out. And as I go looking through, of course, I just had, I had the instructions with all of the conversion on it. And I had a pattern. So I take out the originals and I'm like, oh, well, look at this page. I don't have a copy of this page. And what does it say? Do the wings on the middle bug in half cross stitches. And I'm like, I'm not taking it out. And then as I'm going to bed, I'm like, well, he looks like a turkey. And I am not gonna. So I was complaining, surprise. And I said, Tom, I can't believe it. And he said, well, honey, sometimes you have to read the instructions, he said. It's not your design. So you have to read what the designer wanted you to do. And I said, so what? I have to man stitch. I'm man stitching. I came in, I know my X's. I know how to do this. Directions. I'm just going to jump right in and do it. And then if it doesn't look right, I'll read the instructions. So he said, well, you got a point there.
That's one thing I learned early on with all the Shepherd's Bush Garanimal kits. Is I take them out, I dream about them, I look through them, have a colored pencil or highlighter. And for each step, if it says something like start 2 threads in from the left edge, or this stitch should share the same hole as this or whatever, I highlight it. And I probably read the full instructions 3 or 4 times before I start. Probably because I'm too lazy to stitch and it's 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm going through my bush baskets. But
I remember, when I was stitching this, I was being like you, very methodical. Now I know why you were methodical, because you were thinking the whole time, how am I supposed to be doing this? What did the multiple page pattern instructions say? Where
otherwise it would just be a chart and some string. If you're not supposed to read it.
Well, I just thought I'm going to stitch it. It's cross stitch.
Yeah.
No, Shepherd's Bush is a cut above cross stitch. And I knew you used to ponder over everything. I thought that was just
savor them, y'all.
Well,
even though I have 200 and some kits, with every one I finish, a little bit of my soul dies. It's like,
I thought that was just your own
my personal drama,
obsessive process. I didn't know that
this'll learn you.
Yeah, it sugar did, because I'm like, I can't, so I had to take it all out. Excuse me, and I had to redo it.
It makes her verklempt when she has to frog, just like it does me.
When I'm a little worked up, I get all froggy. So baby bug ball. That was an experience. So is that and then I said I was going to my focus piece
Lord
with the little
mercy.
Is Come Said the Wind. Is that in there?
Oh my gosh.
So actually my progress is just over Jane's Way. That and this. Because I had this upper part completed. Excuse me.
Look at that.
It's only 3 colors, which I can handle.
It's beautiful.
And this is one where you just step in and do the X's. There wasn't.
I can see why you enjoyed the what do you call it? The whoop.
Yep, the swirls and the whoops. Yeah, I really, and just to
those are some nice X's.
I tried, But this is
Oh.
Come Said the Wind by Glendon Place. And there's a drama. I don't recall which episode it was. But this is on 36 count. Cyprium with 1 strand over 2 threads. And the saying is, come said the wind to the leaves one day, come o'er the meadows and we will play. Put on your dresses, scarlet and gold, for summer is gone and the days grow cold.
Oh,
love it.
Beautiful.
Love it. Love it. So this is kind of what I decided I'm gonna
And
work
how
on.
are those letters done, Julie?
Oh, the whole entire saying is done over one. There
One
again,
over one.
didn't read the fine print. And I was being a little stinker and thought everybody's working on 36 and 40 count, so I'm going to do this. This Cyprium comes in 36 count. Even though they called for 28 count, I'll do it in 36
I'll
count.
show them.
Until I realized, again, upon reading the instructions, the whole entire saying is done over one. On 36 count, I told Jane...
You can do it. It'll be beautiful.
Oh,
it really will. It'll be beautiful.
You can do it.
I'll do the 1 over 1 for you if you want.
Well, I just might take you up on
Okay.
that. Between a double vision and my shaky, I'm not...
I just would need...
What do you need? What's the...
I don't know. Diet something. Some kind of diet soda.
Name drop.
Maybe some kind of hard lemonade.
Oh, I thought you were going to say hard liquor. That's what it's going to take for
I'm
me
not
to
a
do
drinker, but
Oh.
some days I fantasize about it.
Yeah, I would think I do too. My
Yeah.
daughter says, "Mom, you got to try it," and I'm like, "Oh, I think I'd like it." You know how M&Ms and pie have turned out.
Well, maybe on our next retreat it'll be M&Ms and Fireball, liquor, or something or whatever.
I don't think
Some
so.
kind of cinnamon. Whatever.
Not with Catherine, it would kill her.
Well,
She's
I'm just saying
allergic
if it's the two of us.
the two of us. Okay, so now let me see. That was our whips. We made it through whips and pips and stories to tell,
Yes.
right? And so, shall we do a little hardanger? You want to show your
Sure.
hardanger? Because I have a little bit of hardanger to show.
Surely.
I can't believe we're actually doing this. I thought we'd never do another video again. I thought, geez, it's like starting all over.
It is kind of like starting over.
I feel so awkward.
Just a reminder, this is one of Julie's designs. This is Sophie. I'm doing the long one. And I am cutting and wrapping the plain wrapped sections that don't require perfect picots at this point. So I'll show you the whole thing, but I
Beautiful. I love the cut work.
and I'm showing you the back. All right. Hold on, everybody. Why is this so big? Okay, no, I was showing the front.
Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. You're gonna disappear.
Boop, boop. So I wrapped.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're gonna
that
put it down and you're not gonna be here. A magic show.
I saw one on Instagram. It was these two little kids. She was probably like 5 or 6 and her little brother. And they're holding up this baby blanket. And you can see her face. And then she drops the baby blanket. And around the corner you can see her little brother's butt sticking out. And so she kicked him. It was the greatest. But anyway, this bottom section here,
Okay.
I
so
cut and wrapped.
You cut and wrapped that one. Let's hold it up a little bit. Say that. We don't know if it's on camera
We
because we're
can't.
behind.
Here, let me look through the. Yeah, it's on camera.
It's beautiful.
But here's the
the whole length of it.
the whole length.
So we'll go this way. That's yours, and then we'll be like a movie. Are we not? Are we on? We don't know.
We don't know.
It's just a mystery.
You tell us.
Ta-da! Beautiful.
Ta-da. My hope is still to finish her by Labor Day weekend.
Oh, that's Labor Day's
so
the one in May?
That's Memorial.
Oh, that's I always get those memories and labor mixed.
Because sometimes labor is pretty memorable.
Yeah, mine was. I don't know about
Labor Day. Labor Day is the beginning of September.
Oh.
So I hope to have her done by the beginning of September.
I'm glad because
start-
I thought if it was the end of May, I'm like, wow, that's a
no
lot
chance.
of work. That's a lot of work.
I need to start taking full advantage of Hardanger Hump Day.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I did hump on Hump Day.
You did?
Hardanger, yeah, I did. Where'd it go?
It's kind of personal news to share.
Well,
but
I woke up and I'm like, I'm feeling a little bit better, and it's Wednesday.
I'm feeling a little bit of humpy.
So
today.
that means Hardanger. So I did do this.
Oh.
This is Doreen Jones, the sunflower pincushion pot. That calls for 25 count. I didn't have any, so I'm doing it on 22 count, which should work. I only cut 4 of the squares because they called 10 by 10 squares, and that would have taken up more fabric than I had.
Yeah.
So I did 9 by 9, so I just wanted to see if it would fit, which it will. So I did,
I love
I'm
sunflowers.
using 4 strands of DMC fibers to do the cross stitch panels. I have to do this one 3 more times. And the inside panel 3 more times. And then another panel. There are 12 panels.
It's such beautiful fabric.
So then, here is the Hardanger panel.
Be still.
It was
Look at that.
okay. As you can tell, I have my center bastings, but the center of the Hardanger design, like I am used to doing, was not the center of the piece. See, Jane, I was trying to tell you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why my bastings were there as a guideline, but not lining up as I'm used to. So I was constantly catching myself. Gee, after Baby Bug Ball and the Egg Hunt, I was catching myself. I'm not doing this one over when this is what I like to say I excel at. So, 2 different colors, Pearl Cut number 5, I got as my delightful delivery. I didn't unpack the clips.
That's okay.
So I did get those, came in a little delivery. So I did that, and I did
so
eyelets.
beautiful.
I did not do the center cut work yet.
The eyelets are perfect.
I can't even think about doing the cut work until they're all done. I just that's a different mindset.
Yeah.
It's been a long time
It's gorgeous.
since I call it ditty stitching. I know someone else, they probably call it, it's not even confetti stitching. It's those little, like this bee is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. How do you anchor and, I mean, I know how to anchor and bind them off, but wow, that's putsy. And to make it, you can't travel. And it's like, I thought I did fairly well for being 4 strands.
Would you like me to show everyone the back, just to show you?
Not if you want to live to have lunch later.
I'm all about the lunch today.
Yeah, so I would say no. That's hard because I've been working with 1 strand, and then I dabbled with 2 strands, and now you jump into 4 strands.
Crazy.
I'm like, it was really kind of frustrating because I'm like, these stitches are not laying how I'd like them to lay, but that's like impossible with 4 strands. But I wanted the heaviness because it's like a tapestry type thing, just for the part of it.
And the coverage with the 4 strands is amazing.
Yeah,
and it stands off almost like it's like it's embossed.
Yeah, like a tapestry. Yeah, and that's the look I wanted for this. So that's kind of was fun to do a little Hardanger, and it was different. Very creatively placed design that is not traditional in fashion. Like I told Jane, I have a I have a horizontal next to a vertical, and I thought my head was going to pop off. But if you're not cutting
she was
it,
a little distressed.
if you're not cutting in between the two, they don't have to match. So that was fun.
Look at us, a little cross stitch, a little hardanger.
I know, all sorts
a little
of
song,
things.
a little dance, a little seltzer down your pants.
Down your underpants.
Do you remember that from Mary Tyler Moore when the clown
Yes.
died?
Yeah.
And the guy's doing the eulogy, and he's like, a little song, a little dance, a little seltzer down your pants.
And half of our viewers are going, Mary Tyler who? We've dated ourselves.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm okay with it.
Okay,
Well,
so what?
Do we have finishes?
Do you have
I
finishes?
do have 2 finishes.
Why don't you go first
I'll
with your
show everybody.
finishes?
Um,
What did she finish?
I hope y'all are sitting down because they're not pressed.
And
The more things change, the more they stay the same. This is Samplery.
ooh, you finished
I will
that.
always be a wildflower. And I did this on 32 count Spectre by Color and Cotton. With all Color and Cotton fancy floss. 1 strand over 2 fabric threads. And here is...
So you recreated the beautiful design.
And here's my
Ah, wow. I really like that.
finish. Isn't it whimsical?
Yes.
It really
yes.
is whimsical.
And in real life, the colors just are they really pop on the fabric. The color combination.
Yeah. So there's that one.
How fun.
Yeah.
Framed? Are we going to frame that one?
Eventually.
There's a really cool frame. I was at the frame shop this last month, and they have a really cool marbly like that lavender.
Oh, that would be cool.
Like a lavender burl
Yeah.
frame.
Yeah.
We'll have
Well,
to
maybe
see how
we'll have
that
to put it
looks.
to the top of the pile after the 2 that you
I'll
took
put it
with
in my
you.
tote bag. Yeah. That ain't going in the drawer. I refuse to let these things go in the drawer. The old stuff can stay there till we pull it out, but the new stuff, sorry. That's the 2023 Julie rule. I'm not.
I thought you were letting go of rules.
Not that
For
one.
20.
Not
Okay.
that one.
Right. And then I finished Plum Street Samplers Cardinal Kin. And I did this on 36 count brown paper by XJU Designs using all the called fors, which is a combination of Fancy Floss and DMC. And let me tell you, the DMC colors.
Beautiful.
And here is the finish.
I do adore that.
Isn't it great?
Those colors that
Yeah.
the girl bird on top.
Yeah. The girl
is-
bird and the baby bird, it's all DMC.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah. It's DMC 642, I think. I want to
Am
make
I
sure
okay, Jane? Oh, no, I'm not. See, some things never change. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. I am going to stitch it again for me. This one is a gift.
Oh,
And I'll stitch it again for me, but yeah.
that is so cool.
And at first I was kind of annoyed by having to do like the little snowflakey
but they
things,
add
like the
so
little
much.
individual flakes, but once I started, once I put my big girl pants on and started doing them, I thought, oh no, these really
It's
do
a nice
add.
subtle filler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are my finishes.
So cool. Is that a new bag? Oh, sorry. We'll show that later, right?
Don't read ahead.
I'm sorry, but then I thought, wow. She usually tells me all the rules before we start, so I try to follow them, so I'm sorry. Now I'm sad.
Spoiler alert, everybody. Oh.
Look, I'm opening up my bag.
This one, okay, she showed this to me before we started. Get ready.
These are old finishes.
Previous finishes.
Previously on this channel.
Jane and Julie.
Yeah. I thought this,
God.
I didn't know who the designer of this was because I stitched it that long ago. I don't date my things. So I
But I hope
started
not.
Googling.
You're already married.
Yeah. Wah, wah. So I, yes, well, thank you for that nice segue. Tom and I celebrated our anniversary while we were on hiatus. 43 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yay. He's a great guy. Love my guy. So I Googled and, long story short, it's a Mosey and Me, which
Spring Bunny banner.
Spring Bunny banner. It's on the secondary market.
I can't take it.
But look at him.
Oh my God.
This way, straight on.
Oh.
Now it showed it in a white frame, but of course I love black, so I'll hold it back. Is he not just cute? And up here, some of this flower here, and down here, those are all French knots, because I love French knots. You know, when I was little, I wanted to make a rug out of French knots.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't do a French knot if my life depended on it.
Yep. My mom.
My grandmother that I lived with who taught me to embroider, it would come to French knots. I just couldn't do it. And she's like, what's your IQ again? You can't do a French knot? I'm like, apparently not.
I love French knots. Like I said, I wanted to make a rug out of them. And she's like, I think there's probably going to be some kind of 12-step program in your future.
I think so.
I just love them. And so that's the texture on there. You can't feel the texture. But yeah, so that is way cool. That hangs at
So should I save all my French knots for when we stitch together?
Sure.
And then you can
I don't mind. And then from the Prairie Schooler book of 90, I think that's what we decided it was, I have another edition of the Robin. Why am I having trouble here? Robin. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
And then the back is just some blue circly. And then I actually, for the edging, I don't know if you can see that, I did 3 strips of fabric and braided it. So if you can't find a trim you like, and I didn't want anything delicate, so I just stripped 3 long strips and braided it and then pinned them on. I love him. He really just kind of screams spring.
Yeah.
And then while I was, and I have one more too, that I don't know the name of it. It's a Brenda Gervais. And I think I was going to do it as a bag. I don't know. So I did see that Brenda watched our episode. So if you're watching, Brenda, what pattern is this? But there's this.
Oh.
And the way...
She's quite the lady.
Yes. The way I centered it, or didn't center it, the way I put it on the fabric with it at the top, I think I was going to make a bag and have it hang like on the doorknob of Bella's room, you know. So that was rolled up in my drawer, now that I have a drawer. And I thought, I need to take her out because she's all summery.
Oh.
You know, isn't she cute? But I don't know who she is. I Googled, you know, Brenda Gervais with any rabbit, girl rabbit, rabbit with dress. I couldn't find her anywhere, so.
Well, put her on a milk carton.
Yeah.
And then somebody will
Have
find
you
her.
seen her? So, and then,
wow.
well, when I was, you know, feeling sorry for myself, the only thing I had to stitch what was next to me, not packed for my travel.
Sure.
Was, and I couldn't find the leaflet, but it's been from previous episodes. It's Heartstring, Samplery, Schoolhouse. Is it Needleworks?
Mm-hmm.
So I did finish it.
Look at that.
And that is done on 36 count. Picture this plus Shale. Wow, that was a lot to remember. I'm looking for you for backup. With 1 strand of mascara. No, DMC. Or was it mascara? Mascara. And this part was like, again, I put TN and JN because originally I'd started stitching the charted initials. I'm like, that's
like when you get a picture frame.
Yeah.
And it's got the stunt family in it. You bring it home and just put it up.
Well, and then I said, Jane, what do I do? We didn't go to school together. I'm
glad you clarified.
But we didn't. Tom and I don't own a schoolhouse. So, do we put our birth year? So I put our year we were married, which was 1980, which makes sure you don't go 19 and then 80, because when it rolls around and meets, because I'm going to do a drum.
Yeah.
You had to make sure it said.
Oh.
Yeah, you had to make sure it said.
I never would have thought of that.
1980.
So you had to stitch it backwards.
80-19. And all hopped up on antibiotics. That took a lot to think on what went where. And then no one can see. You won't be able to see, but if you were here, I'd say feel this. I put those micro buttons. They literally are the size of like micro.
Yeah, they're smaller than the circumference of a pencil eraser. They're really tiny.
Yeah. So, so I put those.
Beautiful.
I put those in those little flowers. So, and I do have a black hound's toothy sort of platy wool. I just have not got the strength to try a drum. Soon I'll finish it. But
soon it'll be drum season.
Yes, it will be an everyday drum for my everyday decor.
And for the record, they were rolled, and there was a bowl.
Okay, this isn't a bowl. Let me tell you,
it's 12.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
I bought napkins from Kohl's with my Kohl's cash, and they were tied with like a yard of this twill tape, and I took them apart and I save it, and it's perfect for this. Did I take the extra step of free checking the edge? Yes. But now I have a little ball jar at home that I pull and I put all my tube ties in. So when I roll something up and I need a ribbon, I know I've got a...
Of course.
See? I'm sorry, but you don't want to be free checking on the run.
Just such a loser.
No, you're not.
God.
You just don't have stupid time like I do. You don't want to be free checking on the run. You want to be able to roll that.
You really want to focus.
You want
focused free checking. That's what you want.
Oh my gosh. And then, oh my gosh. Wait. I finished something.
Wait.
Which, excuse me, Lady Jane, this is worthy of a silk ribbon because this is the Red Deer sampler. I finished the Red Deer sampler. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You've seen it 100 times. I could have just told you, but it is complete. So you tell me if I've got it on the screen. There it is. It is all done. I went to my frame guy. I picked out an amazing frame, didn't I? I sent you a picture.
Yeah.
I had a frame consult with Jane. A beautiful frame. I cannot wait. And I decided, this was going to go on my red sampler wall. Well, I'm not just going to have right now I have a red sampler. And then where do I put the Red Deer? I won't know where to put it. So I decided, after it's framed, it's going to have like a foster home over the red cabinet. It'll stay there temporarily in that loving spot until it can be adapted to the main sampler wall in its forever
So it'll be in its
space.
little
Yeah.
orphanage
Yeah.
until
A
it's...
foster spot. Foster place on 9100.
I wish you guys could see it in person. It is
Yeah.
just so stunning.
Oh
my gosh, what an accomplishment.
Yes, I didn't think I'd ever finish it.
Oh,
And
I
then,
had no doubt.
Then I'm like, oh, now it's finished. What am I going to do with it? Because that sampler wall's not ready. And then I thought, no, I will forgo many seasons. Well, not Christmas, but I'll forgo the other seasons. And kind of maybe that's going to be the first spot that I try to every day is that red cabinet spot.
Wow.
Like I said, except for Christmas. That's my Santa spot.
It's gorgeous.
So that, let me see, red.
Here, I'll give this back to you. It might not be safe.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
So yeah, that's all my stuff.
Oh, amazing finishes.
Yes. Now we have left. Is it still, what is it, Saturday? Is it still Saturday?
I think so.
Okay. It's a Velcro.
Did you make that?
Yeah. Well, see, no, now don't be like that. I have quilted bags. Luckily, this one fit with Velcro on the top because when we did shows, all my models had to be protected. And a lot of designers do this. But I know Karen from Rosewood Manor and I know Maureen from Heart's Content. They put all of their stuff in quilted bags with Velcro or flaps. And then you can easily stack them in your
And you don't have to
tubs
worry about them
and
getting
crates.
scratched.
Right, or having the back scratch the front.
That's a great idea.
You know, so I have some left over, and luckily one of them fit for this, so I stuck it in there. So
I would just be pulling bath towels out of it.
well, I do have a lot of my bath towels and pillowcases. I have a lot of pillowcases. So yeah, that was that. Now we do have some. Did you get any deliveries?
I did. I didn't get a lot.
Do tell, do tell.
But I got a couple.
Oh, she has stuff hiding.
I picked up the new Bent Creek Each Day row. Each day provides its own gifts.
Beautiful.
And I am anxious to start it because I think it is such a good message and I really like the design.
Yes. Beautiful.
Got that. And then I got the April fabric for Color and Cotton. This is 36 count Sandcastle.
So is this your first 36 count delivery?
This is my...
Because you switched.
This is my third.
Oh, your third.
Yeah.
I was not paying attention. Sorry.
And it's a beautiful neutral. Really, really pretty. Very subtle modeling. The
What's it called?
Sandcastle. 36 count Sandcastle. The floss for April also came, but I think it fell behind something.
Maybe it's downstairs.
Or it's in the basement. So I can't find it.
Well, we'll
So
show that
that's
next
that.
time. We'll double up on the floss next
And
one.
then for my birthday, I ordered this a long time ago. This is a bag by Barry of Stitch Folk. Look at the face on her. As my grandmother would say, that's one wootsy girl. She's so happy about her birthday.
That is too much.
I just love it. Beautifully made.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is just too much.
And then inside it is another. Oh, and here's...
Yeah, I was going to say, make sure we...
Her name is Barry. It's beautiful.
Oh, I love it.
And it came with either something you can use either as a zipper pull, or she included a ring.
I'll have to check that out.
I am going to do Modern Folk Embroidery IAB 1817, the Rosebush Sampler.
You girl, you didn't tell me about that.
I'm not a sampler stitcher. I don't know why. I admire people's work so much. This one called to me and just wouldn't leave me alone. So I'm going to do this on a piece of 36 count Tephora by Cedar River Linen and Design. And I bought the floss conversion from Leo and Roxy.
There's a conversion. Oh, look at those colors. You're right.
Aren't they beautiful?
I know we had seen that pattern when we watched Jacob's
when he talked about releases.
Video, and we both commented how beautiful that was. But you pulled the trigger.
I pulled the trigger, and also Barry included this in the bag. It's a thank you, but then look at this. Isn't that cool?
Way cool. Way cool. How fun is that?
I'm very anxious to get started. I might start this tomorrow. I have to make a work copy because it's pages.
Yeah.
It's many pages.
They're not loose.
And
Oh.
I'll definitely have to mark it up. But when he showed this when I was watching his video, I really did literally gasp.
Yeah.
I thought it was so beautiful.
It is.
So I'm excited. I feel almost like I'm a grown-up. Jane's going to stitch a sampler. And it's not shepherd's bush. It's a miracle.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
So those are my delightfuls.
Well,
what about you?
My delightfuls are very kind of...
I see something familiar on your delightful.
I just saw this and was really taken with... I can't believe we did that. I do not know the dimensions. Oh, if I read... I thought this would be a cool drum.
Yeah.
You know. So, stitched on 32 count. I too loved the message.
Such a great message.
We do think alike on some things. As with this. Repeat.
Oh, I'm anxious to start that too.
Know.
Oh my gosh.
I got to do that too, so I bought this.
I gotta quit my job.
Let me tell you, I had a wish list as long as my arm to do some seriously shop that too while I was gone on my retreat.
Oh, I bet.
I had the Prairie Schooler stretch mounted Santa with because I wanted to look. Wendy told me that they had a quilt store just a few doors down from the cross stitch store, so I thought I would go down there and see if I could find some trim or something. I've been desperately looking for trim, and I had a couple of things with that I wanted to find fabric for finishing. Didn't get to do anything, although Tom said it's supposed to be a nice week this coming week.
Yeah.
That maybe we take a road trip. Not down to the Stitchery Nook in Iowa, but I think we're going to go to Welcome Stitchery in Blue Earth.
Oh, how fun.
So we could go
take me with you.
Do some see some eagles and, take a road trip, get some ice cream because I didn't get that at the casino. So, but I did get this one. This one is so cool.
This one's in my cart.
Yep. Float like a butterfly. And the other pattern on the back is sting like a bee. Now this isn't pipped up, but I want to start it in the worst way.
I've developed a real, shepherd's bush is the obsession for sure, but I've developed a real accumulation problem with Blackbird and Plum Street samplers, and with my needle and thread.
Yep. Yeah, it's hard not to.
Oh.
So
as soon as a new one comes out, I want to adopt it immediately.
I have been on a wait list for
what's this?
103 silks. Oh, it's like pulling teeth trying to get your hands on these. So I finally have what's needed, remember, to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I wanted to do this.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's going to be so
This
beautiful.
is going to be on my black sampler wall downstairs.
And is that on that boardwalk?
Yep.
Oh,
it's on...
fabric is so beautiful.
Let me see. This is on 36 count boardwalk, Edinburgh linen. Look at that.
Oh, here.
And then those colors, they're black, green, a brown, and a gold. So the sampler's very simplistic in color, but it is so, and I've never worked with 103, so I hope
you'll
I
have to
like
let us
it.
know.
Yeah, and now I want to start this. But then comes...
Well, you have all your stuff. We could start it this afternoon. I'll lend you one of my new hoops.
Well, the thing is that I've got those other big projects that, are feeling very left out. Well,
What's one more?
What's one more when you're starting gardening season? We finally lost our snowbank on the north side of the house. And, we're having 5 yards of mulch dumped, in the driveway. And then we're, I love to garden, but I love to stitch. So, I think that's all I got for Delightfuls, because I had planned on doing some serious retail therapy when I left, but I didn't. Instead, I just had Pop-Tarts. So, tell you. I am looking forward to going, though, in July.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear all about it.
So.
Yeah.
But I think that wraps it up.
Okay.
Are we going to come back? Well, of course, we'll come back in 2 weeks. I don't even know what the date is. I think we'll be in our 2-week schedule.
You think it's... I
don't know.
Guess.
We can't even guess.
The 12th, maybe? 11th or 12th of May?
Yeah, I think
Something like that?
Yeah, because prom is on the 12th. I'm not going this year, but I have a granddaughter that is going to prom, so,
Well,
maybe
next year, Julie.
I hope so. I'm happy for her. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Got to steam that dress. That's what grandmas are good for, right?
Yeah.
Steaming tulle.
That's right.
Yep. So, all right.
Wow.
That's it.
One thing that I also wanted to mention is that we really do appreciate your comments, and we read all of them.
Mm-hmm.
We did see comments from many of you that you are encountering a bunch of annoying ads when you're viewing our videos. We apologize. We don't know why YouTube is doing it. So we don't monetize our channel. We don't have any plans to monetize our channel. YouTube just inserts them at their whim. We don't know why they're inserting them so often. But hang in there with us, because we are Googling and searching and reaching out to others to do everything that we can do to minimize the disruption.
Yeah.
I lived with those ads for so long when I was watching not only Flosstubes, but there are some other YouTubers that we follow, that I finally reluctantly caved, and I upgraded to YouTube Premium. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to watch the ads, and you're also plugged into their music program. So that's always an option, but it's not cheap. It's like $12 a month. Yeah. So I gave up a few other things. I order out less often to kind of compensate for, and I gave up one of my streaming channels to do that. So it's always an option, but it's not affordable for everybody.
Right.
So just hang in there with us until we can figure out why YouTube is being such a jerk about it.
Well, it's their platform. That's how they make their money, because we don't pay to bring this to you. I mean, we don't have to pay to upload and stuff like that. So it was explained to me that that's the way they make their revenue, which they're entitled to. And we're grateful to have this platform, but it's out of our hands. It's nothing that we can do about it. And it hurts my heart, because I don't want every other, sometimes you can watch 3 episodes and not have a commercial, and then the next day there can be commercials every 5 minutes. So there's no rhyme or reason. Yeah. We read a little bit where it might be the platform you're streaming, how you're streaming it or whatever. I'm not a tech, I'm a grandma. And so, we're aware of it, and we're going to try to do whatever we can. We've reached out to a couple of people, and they've been very kind to kind of steer us in a direction that we can pursue.
And we've consulted with Dr. Google many times.
Yes, and my IT guy. Yeah.
She has a guy for everything. You go.
Pretty much.
Well, thanks to all of you for joining us today. We're
Oh,
happy to be
yes.
back and back on schedule. We will see you again in a couple of weeks. And until then, please always remember to give yourself one more day. The world can sometimes be a hard place. Events happen. We don't understand why. Bad things happen to good people. So sometimes it's really a struggle. So just remember, one more day. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay? So let's do as we do, and at the end of this episode, let's pinky swear that we will string those one more days together and meet back here for another adventure in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
So until then, we wish all of you nothing but the best. Health, happiness, and the abundance of all the things that make you happy. So until next time, happy stitching,
Yes.
everybody.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.